This month we're going to talk about ladder safety. So how much do you know about ladder safety? I have 3 true-false questions to test your knowledge. A common reason for ladder accidents is failure to inspect ladders before use. That's true. You should always inspect your ladder before you use it. If a ladder is defective, return it to where you found it and take another ladder. That is false. If you have a defective ladder, you need to tag it and let someone know so it can either be fixed or taken out of commission so someone doesn't get hurt. It is safe to stand on the top step of a step ladder. That is also false. You should never stand on that top step because that's easy to lose your balance and fall. So steps and ladders are devices that we're going to use to get us to different elevations. And around here at Wastewater, usually we're going to be in and out of manholes, in and out of wet wells at pump stations, doing routine maintenance around the different plants, and you can use it as an escape device in trenches. So our chief hazard when using a ladder is falling, and you need to be extremely careful when you're going up and down the ladder so you don't lose your balance or slip and fall. And when you're using a ladder in a manhole, you want to make sure that that ladder is going to extend at least 3 feet above ground level. And when you're using a ladder as an escape device in a trench that's over 5 feet, you're going to want that ladder to be within 25 feet of all employees that are in that trench. And if it's not, you're going to need to have more than one ladder. So before you climb a ladder, remember these safety precautions. You're going to want to make sure that your ladder is on a stable and level surface. And you're going to want to make sure that the steps and rungs are free of slippery material so you don't fall. And you don't want to exceed that maximum load rating on the ladder. And you should try to wear non-slip shoes. Before using the ladder, you're going to want to check to make sure that there are no visible defects and that ladder is in good working condition, because you never want to use a defective or unsafe ladder. This guy over here is thinking really hard about should I use that ladder or not, and that would be a no because he's got broken rungs and duct tape all over it. Never should use that. Avoid placing a ladder near doorways, pedestrian walkways, and high traffic areas. And metal ladders should never be used around electrical equipment. And you always want to face the ladder when you're climbing up or down it, and that goes for getting in and out of a big truck too with steps or machinery, because you want to have that 3 points of contact when you're going up and down a ladder. And 3 points of contact would be 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, always on that ladder when you're climbing in up or down, or getting in and out of big truck or machinery. This guy coming face first, that's dangerous. He could fall or slip, and so he should be turned around just like the guy on the ladder. So you want to check the duty rating or the load capacity of the ladder. And they usually have a sticker, or they always have a sticker on the side, and it's going to give you the maximum weight capacity, and it's going to give you the height and what it's made out of, and the type that it is. So to figure your weight for your ladder, you need to add the weight of yourself plus the weight of your clothing, steel-toed boots, if you have any protective equipment on. And then you're going to add the weight of supplies that you're carrying or tools. So if you have a tool belt on, or you're carrying some Quikrete up and down this ladder, you're going to add that weight too. And then you're going to add the weight of tools or supplies that are already on the ladder. So if you have a bucket of tools sitting on the ladder, you need to add that in too. So I have an example of how you figure that on the side. So say your weight is 175 pounds, and you're wearing about 5 pounds of clothes, steel toes, and PPE, and then you're going to add the amount of weight for the tools and supplies that you're carrying on you, and then the amount of weight for the tools and supplies that are on that ladder. So you add all those up, and it's about 245 pounds for a total weight. So the example of the ladder that I have, the sticker here says that it's got a duty rating or maximum capacity of 250 pounds. So that person that had the 245 pounds would be fine to use this ladder. That sticker it also shows the size. So this is a 12-foot ladder. It's a wooden ladder, and it's a type 1 heavy-duty industrial ladder. So there's different types, there's different load capacities and different things you would use them for. So you want to make sure you have the correct ladder for the person using it. And how do you know if your ladder is safe? Well, there is an acronym of CLIMB, and we're going to go through that and to see if your ladder is safe. So the C is going to stand for choose the right ladder. So you're going to look at that duty rating, it needs to be the correct length and made of the correct material. And that sticker that shows all this should be on any ladder that you use so that you know that you're using the correct ladder. The L stands for look for damaged or missing parts. So this is kind of telling you how to inspect that ladder before you get on it. You're going to want to begin at the bottom and make sure that the feet are not broken. You want to inspect the ladder for cracks and check all the rungs to make sure they're not broken or loose or cracked. You want to make sure that ladder is clean so there's nothing on it that is going to make you slip and fall. You're going to want to make sure that the spreader braces are not bent and that they're secure. The picture on the side here is a good example of one that is in good shape. It's secure, it's not bent, it's locked into place. And if you're on an extension ladder, you want to check that rope pulley and those rung locks. Rung locks can get bent and not lock into place, and you for sure don't want to use that ladder. The I stands for ensure safe setup. So you want to get rid of the hazards in the area. You want to look above you to make sure there's no electrical wires or something that you could hit your head on. You want to clear the clutter from the area and make sure nothing's blocked where you're going to be putting the ladder. This guy in the picture is a good example of an unsafe setup. So it's very cluttered, got a lot of stuff blocking his way where he would put his ladder. So he just decides to put it on top of a rolling trash can and a rolling cart and then go up there and change the light bulb. So he has a very unsafe setup there. We do not want to do that. The M stands for move safely on ladder using 3 points of contact. So you're going to wear your slip-resistant shoes, you're going to face the ladder, you're going to keep your hands free of anything so that you can always keep that 3 points of contact, which is 2 hands and 1 foot or 2 feet and 1 hand, and you're going to climb slowly. And there's a good example of how to get in and out of a truck with steps. And the B stands for be a ladder expert. So to be a ladder expert, you need to know what you shouldn't do. And I've got the 5 of the top OSHA ladder violations, so we know what not to do. So if you're not extending a portable ladder at least 3 feet above a landing surface, that's bad. If you're using ladders for a purpose other than they were designed for, if you're using the top of a ladder as a step, like this guy in the picture, not taking a damaged ladder out of service, or climbing a ladder with a load that could cause you to lose balance and fall. Those are all things that you should not do. So I have a short video here that is going to go over some ladder safety and show you how to inspect your ladders.
Ladders need to be inspected frequently. According to OSHA, if you work in general industry, they need to be inspected every shift before use. And if you work in construction, they need to be inspected periodically by a competent person. I think regardless of what the regulations say, if you're the one climbing on it, don't you want to give it a good look before you end up 6 or 10 feet off the ground? Overall, your best bet is just to get into the habit of giving ladders a quick inspection before you climb. This is going to show you how to do that. Start off by checking for any loose, missing, or damaged components, and check any metal components for corrosion and rust. Check for any paints, coatings, non-manufacturer stickers, or other obstructions that make it so you can't see the ladder properly to give it a good inspection. In this case, this ladder would need to be cleaned before it can really be inspected. Warning labels always need to be intact and visible. Check to be sure that the rungs are clear, clean, and aren't bent or broken. You also want to make sure that they don't have any oily residues on them or anything else that could cause you to slip. Stepladder spreaders should be in good condition and lock properly. Extension ladder ropes, pulleys, and other components need to be in good working order. Be sure foot pads are properly attached and aren't worn, torn, or missing. Make sure there's no structural damage or bowing. All connectors on the ladder need to be nice and tight. All feet should be able to rest firmly on the ground. If you have a ladder like this one that has bent rungs, loose connections, or other problems, take it out of service until it can either be repaired or get it replaced. Remember, when in doubt, take it out.
And NIOSH has a ladder safety app. It's free to download on your electronic device. It's going to help to prevent ladder falls. You can also use it as an angle measuring tool so that you make sure you have the proper angle on your extension ladder. It also has a section where you can help you select the proper ladder to use if you don't know. It's going to go through how to inspect those ladders and how to set them up and use them properly. And it also has a little short video to explain how the app works.
The NIOSH Ladder Safety app is a mobile application that promotes safe ladder usage by providing useful tools and information right in the palm of your hand. Based on the standards set by the American National Standards Institute, the Ladder Safety app uses your device's built-in gyroscope to ensure your ladder is set at a safe angle. Whether in your backyard or on a construction site, download this app to help keep safe when climbing an extension or step ladder. The angle measurement tool works when your smart device is placed against the rail of an extension ladder. Once placed, the app will indicate when the angle is safe to climb. If the angle is too steep or too shallow, simply make adjustments until the angle reads a safe 75 degrees. You will hear a beeping sound and feel vibration when the angle is safe. You can also turn on and off the sound and vibration function. This newest version of the app also enables you to test for verticality of the ladder by placing your smart device on a rung to make sure it is level. If the ladder is tilted too far to the right or left, make adjustments until the angle reads close to a safe 0 degrees. In addition to the measuring tool, the app includes important ladder safety information. General safety considerations are included in the decision tool. The ladder selection tool helps you choose the appropriate size and grade ladder for the task at hand. The inspection tool provides a checklist with points of inspection to investigate before climbing a ladder. Clicking Setup provides information for various methods for setting up a ladder, including instructions on using the measuring tool, as well as the body and 4:1 ratio methods. Feel free to browse the Proper Use section to view illustrations of proper ladder usage, or scroll through the Accessories section to view the various accessories you may need to ensure a safe and secure ladder. Note, currently there are no safety accessories for step ladders. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, over 500,000 people are treated every year for ladder-related injuries. With this in mind, we hope you take care when climbing an extension or step ladder. The Ladder Safety app from NIOSH is available for free in English and Spanish on the Apple and Android app stores and accessible to all users. Download it today.
So if you have any questions or comments, I'll try to answer them for you. You can find me in the lab building, or you can call me at extension 104.